Welcome to the Marketing Happy Hour podcast. I'm your host, Shelby McFarland, founder of The Marketing Broker. Join us as we dive into marketing tips, business insights, and creative strategies to help your brand stand out. Whether you're an entrepreneur or a marketing pro, grab your drink and let's make marketing fun and effective. This is the Marketing Happy Hour podcast. Let's get started. Hey y'all, what's up? It's Shelby. Thank you so much for tuning in again to the episode of Marketing Happy Hour podcast. So I have recently published a new book called Market Like a Boss, and on this episode I want to read you my absolute favorite chapter. So you will get an inside scoop on what my book has to offer. My favorite chapter is number 5, and my angel number is 555. So I made sure that this topic aligned with this chapter number because it means so much to me. Chapter 5, what separates bosses from the rest? Let me set the scene. You are in charge of date night. No kids, no stress, just two lovebirds looking to have a great meal and enjoy each other's company. You type into Google search 5-star restaurant for date night. Racing across the multiple listings, you choose an option that has a 5-star review and great pictures of their food. Their social media was even up to date with the latest specials, and that's rare in a restaurant industry. You set out on this journey of spending an evening together only to end the night disappointed in the service provided at this 5-star restaurant. You spent money on something that disappointed you. You got your taste buds prepped and ready to go, and your expectations weren't met. That's what consistency is all about in business, setting realistic expectations and then delivering on them. This restaurant did a great job of portraying what they want their customers to experience via social media and website, but could not back it up with a great customer service, therefore not staying consistent for their patrons. Here are 2 things you must always keep in mind about consistency. Consistency sets the promise. When you show up regularly with content, service, and follow through, you are teaching your customers what to expect from your business. Humans love predictability. Think about it. We stick to the same grocery store, the same hairdresser, even the same toothpaste brand because we know what we're going to get. We may say we like surprises, but what we really like is reliability. Consistency is the foundation of trust. Without it, even the best product or service feels risky. Customers wonder, if they're this inconsistent online, what happens when I actually hire them? From my personal buying experience, I visit the social media pages of the ads that pop up on my feed. I want to see who I am buying from before adding it to the cart. Clothing companies are known to run ads 24/7, yet never post organically. Why do I want to purchase from your company when you cannot take the time to post organically? The purchase scams are too frequent for me to buy from a company that solely runs on ads alone. I want to know you, the owner, the brand, and trust the product I buy is coming from a good place. Now let's talk about how you can actually use consistency to build realistic expectations in your business. Whenever I travel, I love to try out the local coffee shops. However, I just don't wander in. I search Google, Facebook, and Instagram to find the perfect spot for my morning coffee. Some of the things I'm looking for are, what does the inside look like? Is there enough space to sit with my laptop? Are the reviews positive? Do the people look welcoming? And does their social media vibe fit the mood that I am in? If their social media is random and inconsistent, maybe a blurry muffin pic one week, then nothing for months, it's hard to know what to expect. And if I can't set expectations, I usually don't go. This coffee shop nerd has had the opportunity to help a local coffee shop portray their vibe consistently through social media and their website. We first connected through a mutual business colleague. We vibed from the beginning. I love vibing with my clients. They faced 2 problems. They did not have time to post consistently, and their creative energy was used in different areas other than marketing. When my team took over, the strategy was simple. Post 3 times a week, use images from the patrons, set realistic expectations for those traveling through the area. This coffee shop is so cute, nothing matches. They play vinyl records. Each visitor receives their cup of joe in a vintage coffee cup. To top it off, everyone is so friendly, the visitors and the employees. If you're a coffee shop nerd like me, this type of atmosphere makes you want to try it out at least one time. After just a few weeks of managing their online presence, people noticed a difference. The analytics spoke for themselves, big numbers online and in sales. You may not be a coffee shop, but your business is no different. Consistency is the digital version of letting someone peek inside before they step in. Consistency equals a promise, or as my daughter and I say, same, same. You are making a promise to future customers by showing up consistently. I will share of a story of a client. Hi, client, if you're reading this. I am hesitant to share this, but it's such a great example of consistency. We have also discussed this issue. Their business name is After Hours Appliance Repair. What does that suggest? They repair appliances after hours. After hours usually means between 5 p.m. and midnight. After designing their website, I learned that their business hours end at 7 p.m. It confused me. We're branding their site to offer after-hour appliance repair, but they don't work past 7 p.m. His reason was valid. People don't want us in their house late at night. My argument stated that they would if they had a refrigerator go out and if it was over 100 degrees outside and they had a newborn who needed formula. All in all, it doesn't matter why they would or would not want them in the house. Their name implies that they will service their clients after hours. They set the expectation in their business name. If you run a sign shop like I do, posting pictures of completed projects sets a promise. This is the quality you'll get when you hire us. My job photos speak for themselves. 9 out of 10 times, potential sign clients ask me for photos of the same type of job I am quoting for them. They want to see my work. Consistency is your way of quietly saying, here's who we are and here's what you can count on. One of the easiest ways to set realistic expectations is to share reviews and testimonials. You can't share reviews if you don't have them. So make it a habit to ask your current and past clients to leave a review on Google. We have referred to this in other chapters. It still remains true when we discuss consistency. Just like the restaurant, they had 5-star reviews, so you chose to spend your time and money there. Nothing sells your business better than a happy customer. Think about it. The plumber can say, I'm reliable. But when a neighbor says, he came out at midnight and saved my basement, that carries a lot more weight. The coffee shop can say, best latte in town. But when 5 people leave the same comment online, you start believing it. You can take those reviews, put them on your branded template in Canva, and share it to social media. People want to see them. It's not just about you showing up. It's about consistently letting your customers show up for you too. When you regularly share reviews, you're training new prospects to expect the same level of satisfaction. Oh, but what if someone thinks I'm just bragging about my business? It doesn't come across as bragging. It comes across as proof. Proof that your business is the one they should hire to solve their problem. Ultimately, you are creating trust with your followers when you show up consistently online. Influencers are the best at this type of marketing. One of my favorite influencers is a mom from Texas who has been online since the early YouTube days. She shares her family, her business, and her life with such rhythm that I could tell you her kids' favorite colors. Success for her has not come fast. Her early day efforts on YouTube led her to follow the trends on Instagram and now TikTok. Her and her husband built an entire business that serves the people who follow her, all because she decided to dive into the influencer world. Now that I'm done fangirling, let's talk about why I'm bringing her up. She takes a break every December. No posting for 31 days. And guess what? Her audience doesn't forget her. They actually miss her more. They binge her old videos, leave comments, and wait eagerly for her to return. I remember thinking to myself, wow, she hasn't posted in a while. Is everything okay? And after reading the comments, I learned that she took the whole month off. What can we learn? She's been consistent for so long that even when she disappears for a bit, people trust she'll be back. They still buy her products, they engage with old content, and eagerly wait for the next update in January. That's the power of consistency. It creates a bond where people feel like they know you, even if they've never met you. I'm not asking you to become an influencer. I am nowhere close to being an influencer online. I'm simply asking you to show up like an influencer. Here's a little mindset shift. Even if you only have 10 followers, and 8 of them are probably your family, treat your brand like an influencer treats their Instagram story. Why? Because consistency doesn't care about follower count. Whether you have 10 or 10,000, the principle is the same. The more consistent you are, the more trustworthy you become. LinkedIn has been a platform that I've always struggled with. What do I post? Why am I here? Do people actually use it? I always love a good challenge though. I started to post twice a week on my personal account and 3 times a week on my LinkedIn business page. I knew that the audience did not want to see sales pitches on personal accounts. They wanted to see behind the scenes and more personal stories. I'm not saying, oh, I had grilled cheese for lunch and it was fire type of personal content. My content consisted of me working with a client, walking with my daughter, showing the work-life balance of a single mom. It didn't just boom at first. It took about 3 months for me to really see results. I had new connections with business owners that I had never had outside of LinkedIn. My website gained views, my SEO increased, and my followers spilled over to other social media sites. Show up online so people will trust that you'll show up offline. Here's my favorite part. Consistent content builds value before anyone spends a dime with you. Think about it. The YouTuber who teaches you how to fix your car, you may never buy from them, but you trust him. The blogger who shares free recipes, you trust her before you buy her cookbook. The business that posts helpful tips, you feel like they've already given you something valuable and you didn't owe them anything. That's what your content should do. Educate, inspire, add value. For me, that means teaching marketing tips through my social posts and podcasts. People learn from me every time they interact with my content, and that's the value that I add to them long before they ever hire me. The tale of 2 bakeries. So let's imagine 2 neighborhood bakeries. Bakery A posts a picture once in a while, maybe a loaf of bread here, birthday cake there. Weeks go by with no updates. When customers walk in, they're never sure what will be available or when the bakery will be open. Bakery B, on the other hand, posts fresh photos every morning. Today's sourdough, a tray of cupcakes, a shot of the smiling staff. Customers see the post, know exactly what the case is, and feel confident that they'll get what they saw. Which baker would you trust with your kid's birthday cake order? Bakery B, obviously. That's the difference what consistency makes. It doesn't just set expectations, it delivers peace of mind. So here's a quick checklist. Are you consistent? Ask yourself these questions. Do I post with a rhythm or only when I feel like it? Do my posts actually reflect my brand or are they just fillers? Am I setting promises I can realistically keep up? Am I educating as much as I'm promoting? Am I sharing reviews so others are speaking for me? If you answered no to any of these, that's where you start. Consistency gets people to notice you, but once they're paying attention, your content only has 2 options. It's either building your brand or quietly tearing it down. Okay, guys, that was chapter 5 of Market Like a Boss, what separates bosses from the rest of them. If you're interested in buying my book, you can do so at shelbysmarketingbook.com, and I'll catch you next week.